Hello everybody and welcome to, a very unfortunate video to be honest. This is every show and movie, every anime I guess we'll say, that's been delayed due to the pandemic that's going on right now. Obviously, I don't think this is going to be the full list. I think more stuff's going to get delayed, and it kind of sucks, but I figured I'd put it all here in one video. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. It's entirely possible I will. I did my best to find things. I just browsed a bunch of news sites, found things delayed. Obviously I might have missed things. That kind of sucks. These aren't in... I tried to go for a fairly chronological order going through these, but yeah, it's not everything. And honestly, it's killed the spring season. You know, spring season was looking like it was going to be absolutely packed, and it's significantly less packed. A lot of the big hitters got delayed, which we'll see. It's a it's a situation, you know. It's obviously it's better to delay the things and keep people safe and everything, but it still sucks. It sucks all around. It's an unavoidable situation though, so there's that. Anyway, let's jump in to the first thing. Well, it probably wasn't the first thing. First thing I've got written down that got delayed. First big thing, I guess, and that is ReZero Season 2. Boy, it was looking like it was going to be a hell of a year. Season 1, they did the rebroadcast. Towards the end of that is when they announced Season 2 got delayed. So they gave a little bit of notice. It was like a 2 or 3 weeks, if I remember correctly. It was a bit of a gut punch, you know. So it was like, oh, I'm really looking forward to that. But at that point, you know, there was still a lot of other stuff coming out. So for me personally, that wasn't too big a loss, as much as I was really excited for it. And after the cliffhanger in the director's cut, if you haven't seen it and you're interested, watch the final episode of Director's Cut, maybe the last 5-10 minutes or so, for the new scene, I guess. If you've probably seen it if you're interested, but there's that. And yeah, Season 2 got delayed. It was, it did kind of suck, you know. It was, people were very excited for it. I am one of those people. I remember Isekai Quartet, they were doing hints at stuff that might happen as well. Stuff that you're not supposed to know yet, and they're like, oh, that's a hint for something that's coming up, and you know, it's been delayed. So for now, I think it's been delayed till July. Allow me to just briefly check my notes. Yeah, July is now scheduled when it's going to come out. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it got delayed again, which again kind of sucks, but honestly I'm expecting most of things coming out in the summer to get delayed. Like, I think that's the kind of mindset we need to have for this, is expect things to get delayed. That is so you're not too disappointed. You know, that's the mindset I've adopted, which again does kind of suck, but it's what can you do? You know, what can you do? All right. So yeah, that's the first big one. Second big one. This was a double whammy. You know, double days. We'll start with No Guns Life Part 2, Season 2, whatever you want to call it. The day before it was scheduled to start airing, they were just like, yeah, it's not airing. We can't do it, you know. And again, fair enough. Still kind of sucks. Season 1 came out last year, I believe. October, I think, is when it came out. So yeah, it's pretty recent, you know. It's not like it's a big thing that has been away for 5 or something years. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But yeah, it still does kind of suck. It's one of the lesser ones. It's up this high. It's not, you know, it's not a ranking. It's because chronologically. But yeah, it was still a bit of a, you know, oh man, because I was gonna watch that. It killed my reviews on my channel. I had to quickly reconfigure stuff for Thursday, which honestly at this point I'm just taking what happens. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna have to make do. So yeah, No Guns Like That. I mean, it was unfortunate, but it wasn't one that I was personally super... I thought it was a good show, but, you know, they didn't need to make a second season. You know, it was just whatever. I know it's just a split thing. After the same day as No Guns Life got announced to be delayed, in fact, that doesn't currently have a new date where it's going to air. I imagine they'll try and get it for summer, but as I said, I don't think it's going to happen, quite frankly. Don't think it's going to happen. Same day as No Guns Life, the day before it was scheduled to air, was Origairu Season 3, my teen romantic comedy Season 3. I believe Season 2 was 2015, so 5 years in the making. The final season of the show that I guess inspired a lot of the high school shows. You could draw comparisons. It can clearly influence things like Classroom of the Elite, Bunny Girl Senpai. That you could see Orgairu footprints in them, and it's this one hurt. This one hurt when it got delayed. It was like and it was like you just see the spring season whittling down. I really wanted to see the conclusion. Obviously, it is still going to come out at some point. That like No Guns Life doesn't have a return date. Of when they're coming back. We don't know that yet. Which again, it sucks, but I mean, what can you do? I'm going to say that for pretty much everything on here. It's a crap situation, but what can you do? Orgairu, of course. I believe the light novels finished late last year, just before obviously now you've got season 3, which is going to be finishing it off this year. So it is the proper finale, which would have been exciting, but it's still coming at some point. So there's that. What's next on my list? Right. Next on my list is Sword Art Online Alicization War of Underworld Part 2. How many subtitles can you add to this? So in case you aren't familiar with Sword Art Online, I'm not going to explain it to you, because I imagine most of you are at least familiar, whether you like it or hate it. That's pretty irrelevant. It sucks whenever anything gets delayed. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's Sword Art, who cares? But still, there are people that are excited for it. It sucks. I am one of those people. I am a fan. That doesn't. I mean, I can see the problems. That doesn't mean I have to hate it. I've been pretty enjoying Alicization in general. I think it is a big step up from the original series. Really was looking forward to seeing how it ended. The trailers made it look like it was going to be some Avengers Endgame level team up, just basically throwing everyone they can in one section. That was going to be cool. I was really looking forward to it. But no, got delayed. I felt this one, This one, it was scheduled to start airing at the end of April for 11 episodes, which is why it was the end of April. But no, then a few weeks before it got delayed. Wasn't surprised. In fact, I was sort of feeling it, I was like, I can sense a disturbance in the anime realm. Then, a few days later, again, it was a big old, like that, but it wasn't unexpected. Kind of sucks, but what can you do? That is currently scheduled to start begin airing in July. But, as I've said a few times, who knows at this point, Who knows? Okay, that's all of the... Well, for now, that's all of the... Before they started airing, they got rid of them. They delayed them before they started, which... Honestly, I do prefer to what a lot of shows have had to do. Obviously, again, I'm not blaming anybody, but a lot of the shows have started airing, and now they've just gone on break because they don't have any more episodes, and that does suck. We'll start with Idolish 7 Season 2. I'll be honest, don't know much about it. It's like a boy idol group. If I remember right, the first one or two episodes aired like in January, December time. Like it's like a preview. And then April was the proper start of the series, I guess. But episode 4, I believe, is the last one, which I think came out today. Today being Sunday, the whatever it is. This will go up today. I'll check the date. Sunday the 19th, I believe, is episode 4 day. From what I've seen, there are currently there's no planned return date for it. It doesn't say, hey, we're coming back on, this date. It's just, we're delayed, we'll tell you when we're back. So, don't know when that's coming back, but the first 4 episodes, I believe, they're on Crunchyroll if you want to check them out. Okay. Next series is called Diary of Our Days at the Breakwater. This airs on Tuesdays. It's on Funimation. It's like cute girls doing fishing, and that's if you're not watching it, I'm watching it for a review because nothing airs on a Tuesday. And now, I'll have, I guess, Tuesdays off because this coming week, this coming Tuesday, episode 3 will air. That will be the final episode. That's the only one, they've finished. And then I guess they'll let us know when they're ready to bring it back. It's just a mental situation all around. The next one, I don't remember when this was announced specifically, but I'll The next one is called The Millionaire Detective Balance Unlimited, if I recall correctly. This is also on Funimation. It's about, well, I mean, it's in the name, Millionaire Detective. A rich guy who's a detective. He doesn't have a lot of empathy. His partner does have empathy. I remember reading from the synopsis. They try and work together. And that's also been delayed from episode 2. So episode 1 and 2 are there on Funimation, as I said. But future episodes, not going to be there until they let us know when. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but some of these have got not planned return dates, but like predicted return dates, I guess. So when they haven't said it, I'm going to say they haven't said it. Next thing on my list is Card Fight Vanguard If Gaiden. It's I'm not familiar with the series. I will let you know that now. From what I can tell, based on the words Gaiden and If, I'm assuming it's like a parallel universe side story to whatever the last Card Fight Vanguard was. That was originally meant to start airing in April. I forget if it was the beginning or the end. I think it was the end. But that's been pushed to May at this point. Yeah, some point in May. Again, I would expect that to get delayed again. I think that's just a good mindset to have at this point. Let's do a few movies now because these were sort of announced near each other. The first one we'll talk about is probably the one you might have seen on Twitter. It was trending one day. Is the Fatestay Night Heaven's Feel 3 movie. So the week before it was meant to start airing, going to theatres or whatever in Japan, it was trending on Twitter because cinemas, theatres, whatever you want to call them, absolutely packed, booked out, not a seat available. Which, ordinarily, yeah, that's a good thing, getting a lot of sick ticket sales, great. But there's a global pandemic going on with social distancing and stuff. And yeah, it was a bit mind-blowing. I was like, is Japan not taking this seriously? Within hours, within the day of that trending and people being like, look at this, they pushed the release date from the planned end of March to the end of April, and then since then it's just been delayed again indefinitely. So I would assume that this is one of the cases where it's done, because it was it was a few days before it was meant to come out that it got delayed the first time, so it must have been done. This seems like a case of stay at home order. I think it's in Japan at the moment. State of emergency, I think, is the what I've been seeing. So I think this one's more a case of we're going to keep this until people can actually go outside and watch it, which, I mean, at least it's done, They could release it, they'd be like, hey, buy it on Blu-ray, so you can watch it at home. Not a Blu-ray, but watch it on, digital, which they're not going to do because the, you know how it works. But this one seems more like, not greed is the wrong word, because it's commercial suicide, to put it. Well, I mean, the theaters are probably closed, I'd be honest, not too familiar with what's going on in Japan. In my country, theaters are closed. I think America, stuff like that's closed as well, as it should be at the moment, But yeah, that one was the first big movie I remember, because I remember seeing the Twitter be like, that's mental. That's actually mental that's sold out. Okay, then the next movie is the Given movie. Given, if I recall, it was like a boys love singing anime. I haven't seen it, if you couldn't tell. I think it's on Crunchyroll. The movie was meant to premiere on May the 16th. It's been delayed to an unspecified time. So there's that, I don't have much to add on that with the movies. Don't know when it's coming out. Obviously, if some of these are things you're interested in, I go to the official Twitters or whatever, or just anime news sites. I'm sure they will report on it as soon as they know, from the Twitter. So if you really want to know Twitter, if you sort of want to know anime news sites, I guess. Next movie is called Love Me, Love Me Not. Not familiar with this one at all, to be honest. This was a late addition to my list. It was meant to premiere on May the 29th, and has since been delayed again until further notice. So yeah, there's that. Then final movie I've got on my list. I may have missed some. Apologies if that's the case, but as you can tell, there's quite a lot already. So if I have missed any, I mean, if I missed a lot, I'll do a follow-up. That's basically it. That's a hell of a situation. Imagine having to do a follow-up for a delayed video. It's not a typical thing. Fourth movie, final movie I've got on here, is the Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 movie. Originally, it was meant to premiere... Well, no, not... I'll say originally. Before all this kicked off, right? Before the pandemic kicked off, it was scheduled for June the 27th, which is... I mean, that's further away than everything else, right? Everything else has been like May, April, around there. This is the middle of June, so that should give some indication as to what the Japanese government are thinking, or something. I'm not an expert. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. But yeah, Evangelion movie, the final movie in the rebuild series, which I think is not as good as the original, but that's besides the point. Was pretty excited for it, This and Fatestay Night Heaven's Feel, I was fairly confident would eventually make their ways over westward, so I was excited to watch them. But, better for people to be, safe and everything. This Evangelion movie, it got a title, along with announcing its indefinite delay. It got a new poster and like an official subtitle. So that's exciting at least. They gave you something, and Hideaki Anno wrote a little letter and put it on Twitter as well about the delay and everything. It was quite a nice letter. I'd suggest you read it if you are at least a little bit interested. Yeah, you would expect us to be done now, right? We've gone through series, we've gone through, series that have started, we've gone through movies. We are not done yet. So more TV shows got delayed after already beginning. So there's more of that here. The first is called, pronunciation is going to be hard here, Appare Ranman. It's on Funimation. It's a racing anime. They try and win. It's like a race across America, and if they win, they can go back to Japan. Is what I remember reading from the synopsis. Yeah, that's also they've got a few episodes out on Funimation at the moment. Episode 3. They've got 2 episode 3, and then further episodes after episode 3 have been delayed, which is not ideal, obviously, but I'm talking in circles, so I'm just gonna stop that. Whoa, so yeah, if any of these sound interesting to you, you can check out most of these. Though here's a silver lining: you can 3-episode rule them, because the 3rd episode is out up to for most of these. So there's a hell of a silver lining for the darkest of dark clouds, I guess. So yeah, we got more though. Don't worry. Food Wars Season 5, the 5th plate, the Shokugeki no Soma. I assume you're familiar with this one. It's a cooking anime. If you're not, it's 5th season. It's apparently this season's meant to be really bad. I've been pretty excited to see how bad it is. But no, it's been delayed after. So this is one of the weird ones. So episode 2 was the latest episode to air, and the final episode, that they've got. But they have announced, I guess, the next 3 slots are they rebroadcasting episode 4. So I don't know if so we've got episode 1, episode 2, and then we've got season 4, episode 1, season 4, episode 2, season 4, episode 3. I don't know if after that they're planning, so like the 5th, 6th week, whatever it is they're planning to air episode 3 like normal, or they said if we know we'll give you more information, and then they've announced those 3. So maybe they'll be back for then. Maybe not, but even then, even if they have episode 3 ready, I doubt they'll have further episodes ready. So it might be like episode 3 and then more delays, which sucks, but what can you do? They gotta keep people safe. That's what I think. Another one, JC Staff double whammy, is a certain scientific Railgun T, and I feel so sorry for Railgun T. This is the 3rd episode to be delayed. Episode 7 was delayed for a week. Episode 8 was 2 weeks, I believe, unless I've got that the wrong way around. But yeah, and then they've had a few weeks to smooth sailing relatively, and now episode 13 has been delayed, I believe indefinitely, which I feel really bad for it because it is good, but it's when you have multiple weeks off, it's just a bit of a what was happening again? It's hindered it, but as I've said many times, keep people safe. That's what we should be doing. We're not done. We're not done, by the way. There's more. So the next one we're nearing the end, don't worry. Bungo and Alchemist, this is airing on Funimation, I do believe. I can't actually remember what it's about, so sorry about that. I tried to come prepared. This is the one I didn't come prepared for. First 3 episodes, I believe, are out, and the 4th episode has been delayed a week, I think, unless my notes are wrong. It's either 4 episodes are out, fine, or episode 4 has been delayed a week, and then after that we don't know. Which, yeah, it's again, it's not good. It's not good, but if you're interested in it, watch what's out, I guess, and when it comes back, support it. I don't really know what to say. Final anime that is, I guess, ended prematurely, not ended prematurely, gone on break prematurely, hiatus, is the new Pokemon series, which began airing in November in Japan. I believe it is yet to come over to the West in any form. But yeah, it's episode. Oh, hang on, I've wrote it down what episode they've got to. Episode 21 is the most recent episode, and that is the final one that they've made. So yeah, a little bit more you could binge if you're interested in that. And yeah, it's. Let's hope this doesn't go on too long. You know, for if nothing else, the sake of our anime, also people's lives as well. So you know, all this stuff. It's affecting everything, you know, whether it be anime, video games, sports. People watch sports, right? You know, everything's been affected. It sucks. That's just the anime that I found. I probably missed some. I tried to get as many as I could in here, but I probably missed some. You know, and it does suck. But yeah, if I did miss any, please do let me know, and I'll. If there's a lot of them, which I hope there's not, because that was a lot. If I've missed a load on top of that, that's a crap situation, really. But do let me know if I've missed any. But yeah, thank you for watching this video to the end. If you're still here, please do. If you enjoyed it, which sounds like a horrible thing to say, but hey, if you enjoyed me, I guess, subscribe and stuff. And sometimes I make videos that aren't bad news. You know, that's a thing. If a load of stuff in the coming week of 20 things get announced to be delayed, I'll make a follow-up video. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Fingers crossed. Obviously, hopefully, keep people safe as well. That's more important than anything else. So yeah, I will see you in whatever video you decide to watch next. Check out the review channel. I'll be reviewing things as they come out, for as long as they come out, I guess. See you in whatever you decide to watch next. Take care. Bye, guys.